episode, which is the eighth episode of our data processing for SS1, we are going to be dealing with the process of information transmission. Now, I want to talk about the process of information transmission. There are different things that is connected to that. The process of information transmission is the process by which we transfer information from one medium or from one place to another. So basically, information is any important tool for decision making in an organization. And the type of information gotten and the method of or mode of transmission, it matters a lot. So that's why I'll talk about the process of information transmission. They are like the mode and method by which we can transmit information from one place to another. And we have communication as a very important process of information transmission, because if I were to say something now, I will have to talk, I will have to speak a language. Now that language will be the process by which I'm transmitting information. Now here I'm giving you guys a video on process of information, and it's kind of like the transmission of the information about information transmission, right? No pun intended. So but basically the role of communication cannot be overemphasized in transmission of information. And then we have different method of transmission of information. We have the old and the new methods. In the ancient method of transmission, they made use of town criers and the made use of letter writing. So most of you still remember the 80s when people would have to write letters and take them to the post office and then have to send those letters with the stamps, and they will have to take days to get to their destination. But nowadays everything is now different. You can make a live video, and as you are doing it, people all over the world are watching you doing that video. So that is the advantage of our modern days transmission. But back in the days, it was quite not as comfortable as this. Now, another method of transmission of information, which was ancient, is smoke. I want to talk about smoke transmission. It basically means the use of smoke signals. It was used basically in the Stone Age, in the Iron Age, in the Copper Age, and all those ages of early human civilization. We also have the metal gongs. Those are metal tools that produce sounds. They are used to cast news by the from the monarchy to the civilians and the masses in villages back then. They also have the drum beating, fire or smoke, bed, lantern, flashes of light, storytelling, and so on and so forth. But now, on the contrary, we also have the modern means of communication. And these modern means of communication, they have revolutionized everything. So now we now have a different approach to communication. And this approach to communication, it involves the printing press. So this printing press was brought about in 1448 by a man known as Johannes Gutenberg. So it kind of changed the whole way communication was carried out, because even let me take the Bible for an example. Then monks had to sit down and spend years of their life writing the Bible. But when the printing press came about, it was a different story entirely. You just had to have the type it, and then you send it to the printing press, and then it multiplies your information just like that. So that is the beauty of computers and technology. Next, we also have letter writing and the postman. This is a modern because it's relatively recent compared to others. We also have the telegraph, the telephone. The telegraph is kind of like the predecessor of the telephone. So we also have the radio and photography. So even till today, photography is still like a force to reckon with, because it's kind of because people often say a picture is worth 1,000 words. So it's no mere joke. It's actually true. So photography is a very effective means of passing information. Even when you are looking at me making this video, actually, that is simply a series of photographs that are played in rapid succession. That's why we have frames per second when we talk about videos. So now these photographs, they form the videos that you watch me on now. We also have other means of transmission of information, like the television. It is a very common one. Households have television which they watch. We also have the cell phone. The cell phone is kind of like the ubiquitous stuff today. Now everyone has a cell phone. Everybody uses the cell phone. It's kind of like the boss of technology today. We also have the internet. The internet is kind of like the big thing, and in a few years to come, we are going to have a complete integration with SAP, with cloud technology, where you have your devices integrated with the cloud. So that is the transformation that the internet is going through in information transmission. Then we also have the satellites. Satellites are also the new thing. if you've heard of Starlink, Starlink is Elon Musk's information transmission technology that is kind of it discards of all the inconveniences of previous technology like the SIM and all the rest. So basically, these are basically advances in technology, and they are the ones that make the process of information transmission to be a smoother and easier process. Now, today, this is as far as can go in this video, and in summary, we'll talk about the processes of transmission. We'll talk about the ancient versus the modern means of transmission. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching. See you next episode.